look at? Their child, wherever it is going, the other could be dancing beautifully, but there, isn't it? Okay, better example. Supposing, a child is there, you brought here and said, okay, come on, you sing some song or, sing a poem or something like that. So this child comes and says, twinkle, twinkle, little stars, how I... And if it's going on well, never look at the child, look at the parents. It's more entertaining. Yeah. How I wonder what you are up. And then he sees everyone looking at him. The child is all nervous. Up above the world. You should see the mother's face. World so high. What? You are sitting in the... What are you? Is it true or not? You go to someone's house and the servant would have made all the food, huh? And then you say the food was very nice. They'll say, thank you. Why thank you? Thank you. Your servant has made it. Hai ki nahi, bolo? You go and admire a painting in a person's house. Thank you. Oh, you painted? No. But then this painting is good. No. The interior decorator has put it. Not even they've gone and chosen it. Then at least they can say, my taste is good, so I put it. No. Some interior decorator someone has done, and then you paint it. This is called identification. I'm giving all external examples, but I'm talking about something inside. We get so identified. We can't see our own mind. Because it's so close to us, we don't see it the right perspective. We see it from too much close by, and therefore we don't see it properly. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Like supposing there's a big painting. If I want to see it properly, I have to keep a proper distance and then I'll be able to see it, isn't it? If I come this close and I try to see the painting, my eyes will go cockeyed, but I won't be able to see it properly, right? If I try that like that, I can't see it properly. Similarly, our own mind, if we start identifying with it, we will not be able to see it in its true light. Have you got this point? So what should we be able to do? Be a little objective about our own mind and see it for what it is, accept it for what it is, then act on it. Have you understood this point? This is the way to deal with it. Accept it for whatever it is. It is like that, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Even if the worst is seen, it's no big deal. It can be corrected. In fact, you're looking in the language of J. Krishnamurti, you must have heard some of you, in the language of J. Krishnamurti, choiceless awareness of your mind gets rid of some of its negativities instantly. That moment, if you can just see it for what it is, it doesn't remain like that anymore. Have you understood? The solution is there in the seeing of it as it is. It's a very, very powerful instrument, but I don't know whether we can do it. If we can get rid of all these 4 things, we'll be able to see it as it is, and half the problem is solved there. Have you got it? Now, we are going to take a couple of emotions and analyze them. Because if we know what an emotion is, how it comes into being, we did that with revenge and forgiveness. Remember, we analyzed it threadbare and understood all this. So we'll take up a couple of more emotions like that and analyze it so that we can, deal with it. Are you all with me so far? You want me to do this exercise? Which one are we going to take? See, the 3 things which troubles people a lot, and they are very closely related. They are kaka-mama relations. They're very closely. Which are they? Kama, Krodha, Lobha. In fact, the Gita says, Trividham narakasyedam dvaram nashanam kamam krodham tatha lobham tasmade tatrayam tyajet. There is a 3-way gateway to hell. The middle gate is called Kama, and the 2 side gates are called Krodha and lobha. And therefore, please be very careful. Don't enter. That is the, because otherwise the entry is straight. Now let me explain this through an example and then we'll analyze these three. Because many times people don't realize that this is the gateway to hell. Especially krodha, you may understand. You may understand anger is taking you to hell, but most of us don't even realize that desire takes you to hell. In fact, desire is the mother of these two. What? First desire comes and then anger or greed. What is desire? Let's say that. Then I'll go into the example. Okay. What is desire? What is desire? Now, are you hungry? Yes? Some of you are nodding yes. Now, what is meaning of hunger? Swamiji, there's an empty space in my stomach. Okay, very good. Now, when did you realize that there was an empty space in your stomach? Swamiji, then you just said just now. So, if that empty space was there for yes. Now, there is an empty space, so I feel that incompleteness in my stomach and therefore I want food. Have you understood this? Yes? What is desire? It is of the nature of I want. Isn't it true? I want. That's the nature of desire. Now, when does this I want happen? This I want can never happen unless there is an emptiness. Agreed? Yes? So behind all desires is a feeling of emptiness. Are you all with me? This is important. Behind any desire and every desire is some sort of a discomfort, you say, emptiness, you say, incompleteness, dissatisfaction. Something is there. You're not happy with that. For example, you've sat for a long time in one position and then there's a desire to move your leg. What happened? This is discomfort. This is comfort. So I want to move from this here to this. Have you got this point? Even the smallest of thing that you do. In fact, let me put it this way. Behind every action, there is a desire. Every action, however small, there is a desire. Do you agree with me? And behind every desire is a feeling of incompleteness. Okay? Now, when do you get a feeling of incompleteness? When does the feeling of incompleteness arise? As some of you said, yes, I am hungry. When did you know that you were hungry? Swamiji, when you said, I realized I was hungry. So before that, was the stomach full? No, the stomach was empty, but I didn't realize because you were talking and we were so absorbed in listening that I didn't realize that the stomach was empty. So, until unless, even if there's a feeling of emptiness, but you do not identify with that feeling of emptiness, you do not feel empty, right? So therefore, behind every action is a desire. Behind every desire is a what? Feeling of emptiness. Behind every feeling of emptiness is what? Identification with the feeling of emptiness. Have you understood that? Now, what is behind every identification with the feeling of emptiness? When do you identify with the empty, with the incomplete? When? It's a very, very interesting question. It's a very deep question, it's a very Vedantic question. The solution of it is also a very Vedantic solution. You may just hear it, whether it is possible to apply. We'll talk other things which is very, very easy to apply, but this keep in mind anyways. Two friends were going, one a very, very rich guy, the other pretty poor. But they were very close and every day evening they would go for a walk. And then they would go to a shop and get themselves some Coke every day and then take walks on the seashore or something and sit together, chat together and come back home. Now once it so happened that when they went for a walk, and always the rich guy paid because the poor guy didn't have money anyways. So when they went, he put his hand in his pocket and he realized that his pocket was empty. He didn't have his purse with him. So now the poor man, he put his hand in his pocket and of course it was empty. There was nothing. And the rich man, his pocket was also empty. Both their pockets are empty. No money.